Oh, hey, I am live. Hi, I'm live. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. And I just wanted to say hello. This is Lisa. Welcome to my channel. This is the place to learn how to make extra income online. So if you're new here, be sure to like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. That way you don't miss out when I post a new video on this channel. Okay, and so in today's video, I am going to show you or share with you what you should not do when it comes to video. And this is all because of this 30-day challenge that I'm doing with some friends on YouTube, some of my affiliate marketers that we are doing this together as a group challenge. And okay, so first, 4 tips that I'm going to share, and I think I've got it broken down pretty simple. The first tip is don't strive for perfection. So I have to admit that I have fallen behind on my videos, and I could give up. I could stop right now. I won't tell you how many days behind I am, but I am a hard worker, and I know I'm going to catch up. I'm going to catch up today, and no one will ever even know, besides me. But what happened to me was I got stuck. I got intimidated because someone called me out on something that I was doing, and I didn't understand, and I got busy, and I got too busy to take a look at what that person was telling me. And so instead, I took it personally. I got intimidated and I froze. I was the deer in the headlights and decided I can't go on. And I knew I had gotten off to a bad start. I knew I wasn't doing things quite right. But I also knew that in order for me to have any kind of success at all, I had to just push through and just take action, because I know the hardest piece of this whole video recording, going online, Facebook Lives, the hardest piece is just taking that first step and taking action and just going live. And so that's what I did. But then, you know what? I'm at the next level, and I should have known better, but I like to take action, and I knew I was going to grow from this. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to figure this out as I go along. And that is so true of this whole online networking affiliate marketing business, is that you really learn as you go, and you can't get bothered by when you make a mistake, and you can't take it personally, and you can't be intimidated, because if that happens, you're not going to make any progress anywhere, and you're going to just stay, and you're going to stay stuck. When I first started creating video content, when I was doing my Facebook Lives, I was crappy. And I'll be the first to admit it, and I still feel like I'm crappy, and I'm not perfect, but I'm okay with not being perfect. And I will say I've definitely improved. People have said I'm good on video, but I know that I'm not where I want to be, and I'm my own worst critic. And just like cooking, I'm my own worst critic. Everyone says everything is delicious, and I'm like, oh, but I could have done this different, or could have done that differently, coulda, woulda, shoulda. And it's not what this is about. This business is about taking action and just giving it your best shot. You don't have to be perfect. You know, as you do more videos, you will develop a skill set. And just like any other job, you learn how to do things and you learn that skill set. And the same with doing video recording. It's a skill set. You get comfortable being yourself. And it takes discipline. So you have to be committed. So, you know, if I would have stopped, I would have been leaving money on the table. This group is incredible. They're learning so much from each other. And these individuals have I've been learning from them, and they're just starting. And, you know, maybe they are a little self-conscientious, but I don't see it. And what I see is like, wow, that's pretty great. And I can see what I can do to improve what they're doing. So again, if I can do this, you can do this. Okay, so tip number one is don't strive for perfection. Tip number two is stop making excuses. So again, I could have just stuck with my excuse of I'm not good enough. I've missed enough days that, I should just give up. The challenge is halfway through and I could just say the heck with it. I'll do the next one. But no, I'm leaving money on the table. These people are learning things and they're sharing things, and I can learn, and hopefully I can share something and maybe they can learn something from me. And to be honest, with excuses, with my tip number two, life got in my way. We had a birthday in the family. I work a job. I've got in-laws that are going through some struggles right now. So, life gets in the way. Things happen, and you can't get caught up in all the excuses because there's always going to be some excuse. Always going to be some reason to not create, take action. And then finally, another excuse, maybe to help you with your excuses, is people are watching you. Don't kid yourself. People are watching you, and they're watching for you to fail. They're watching who's doing what and who's not doing what. Just like if a newspaper, a daily newspaper, people get used to reading it. It's different news every day, and different people read the newspaper for different reasons. People watch videos for different reasons. So you might be creating a group of fans, or you might have some leads that are just watching you to see how things are going, or maybe they know that they can take what you're doing and maybe do it better. But you have to remember there's people watching you and they want to learn from you, and your team needs to learn from you. So if you want to build a team and you want to be an expert in this industry, you have to be consistent. You have to stop with the excuses and make sure that you're taking action. Okay? All right. So tip number one, strive for perfection, or what not to do is to strive for perfection. Number two, stop making excuses. And then the third tip I would say is don't go on and on and on. My suggestion is stick with a 10-minute video. 30 minutes is way too long. 10 minutes is perfect. If someone is genuinely interested, they will watch you for 10 minutes. And just remember, those first 5 seconds of that video will impress someone. So if they're going to stick it out with you, make sure that those first 5 seconds are compelling enough to bring that person in so that they're going to watch you to the end. Okay. And then finally, tip number 4 is your eye contact. So my husband pushed me to make an investment on a better laptop. And I'm really glad that I did, because it really has it's given me a lot more confidence in what I'm doing. And I feel a lot more comfortable. I don't have to worry about my Wi-Fi dying or my computer crashing. It's so important to have equipment that works well for you. And I know, I'm not using anything high techy, and I'm actually outside, and it's a beautiful sunny, well, it was raining before, afternoon here in Minnesota. So it's like 80 degrees out, and it's gorgeous. Okay. So with that being said, I want you to notice that my eye contact. So if you are using your phone, always remember to hold your phone in a landscape. This works. You can see this, but you want to hold your phone in a landscape way so that when you record, if someone's watching your video, on a desktop, it doesn't cut off the sides. So this is my cell phone, and so you want to look at your phone and keep it in that landscape instead of portrait mode, okay? And so when you're making your video, you want to look into the camera, or at least make eye contact every once in a while at your camera. And I've seen videos of people who have made eye contact directly into the camera and not blinked, and it's kind of freaky. You want you want to come across natural. And what you also can do is, if you're like me, you can use your computer screen and you can actually have bullet points on your screen. As long as you have everything below the eye level, people aren't going to know what it is, that whether you're reading it or whether you're looking at the camera, because you want to look at the camera from time to time, but you don't want to stare dead center, but you also don't want to be looking up in the corner of your brain trying to think, okay, what is it that I'm going to talk about? What am I going to say? When you look away, move your head away, because that everything has to flow together, and then don't worry about your hair. And try not to say number one tip for Toastmasters. All right, so you want to, if you aren't comfortable with what you want to say, get yourself a script. I have tons of scripts. I'd be happy to share the scripts with you. There are free teleprompt apps online that you can actually put the script in the teleprompter and you can read your video while you go online. It's so easy, and it's just part of learning. Once you get used to being on camera, it gets easier and easier, and then you can just use just bullet points instead of reading verbatim. Okay, so those are my 4 tips. You don't have to strive for perfection. Don't make excuses. You don't have to go on and on for 30 minutes at a time, and be conscientious of your eye contact, and you'll be fine. Just take action, and it'll all work out. You'll get better and better. It's a skill set, and the more you do, the better you get at it. All right. Thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.